Hello, everybody. Welcome to your weekly celebrity reading. This week it is Jeff Bezos. That's right. Jeff Bezos, who is a Capricorn born January 12th, 1964. What I do with my celebrity readings, first of all, they're all your suggestions. I never pick them. It's always my subscribers' selections. So if you want to get a reading for a specific celebrity, feel free to drop them in the comments. Secondly, I do a very, very brief of their overview of their birth chart just to give you a little bit of an idea of like who they are and what's going on with them. Now listen, Jeff Bezos is a Capricorn, Aries rising, but if you've seen my celebrity videos in the past, you know how important a stellium is. Jeff Bezos has a stellium in his 10th house of career, fame. Listen, it's in Capricorn. So what does that mean? His sun is in Capricorn, his Mercury's in Capricorn, his Mars is in Capricorn. This is all hard work. This is, as we know, Capricorns are the ones who prioritize work in their life. And this is just meant to say that Jeff Bezos is laser focused on work. Funny thing, his Venus is in Aquarius, all right? So that's hilarious because what does Aquarius rule? Technology, all right? He loves technology. Listen, also romantically, Venus in Aquarius, it's really interesting. It's more of like a mental attraction. You know, if you think about Aquarius, air sign, Venus, the things that we desire, the planet of love. He can be a little bit like keep people at arm's length romantically if they're not on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'm not surprised to see a bundle of planets in Capricorn in his 10th house of fame, career. I mean, that's pretty crazy, and it's a stellium, all right? Also, with all that activity, his rising is Aries, and his Jupiter is in Aries. Guess where Jupiter is right now? It's in Aries. So he is going to have a lot of luck right now. One thing I do want to mention is that we have a major full moon in Capricorn tomorrow. That's his first house. So wow, we're going to see some things come to an end for Jeff. Maybe some new beginnings. Also, with that Capricorn full moon tomorrow in Aries, with his rising being Aries, that's his 10th house. Oops. Of career. So we can see a lot of activity in his career right now, all right? Especially after this full moon. Last thing I'm going to say is that I do not do any Googling to see what's going on with them. I don't like any of my readings biased. I do not, I don't like follow Jeff Bezos, nor do I like dislike him. Very unbiased reading, just so we don't have any preference in terms of how I read the cards. Now, that is all I'm going to say. I've given these cards a really good, wow, oh, gosh, that's so funny. Really good shuffle. So let's go ahead and see what's in store for Jeff Bezos right now. What's going on with him? Okay. Oh, there we go. Now, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It's what my clients prefer. If you want to book a private reading, you know where to find me. Secondly, it would be great if you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really does help my channel grow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, here, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it here, Jeff. Wow, this is... All right, now, okay. Let me just push this over a little bit. All right, so I'm going to push this down a little bit too. Great. And the last thing, if you do have a request for a celebrity reading, drop them in the comments. This one was requested weeks ago. I'm still catching up with a lot of the requests. Now, here's the thing. Oh my goodness, how many wands can you pull? This is crazy. All right, so listen, he's going through it, and he's going through it. Let's go ahead and start. All right, 10 of Wands. He pulled this in his past area, so it looks like he's been going through a lot of work, all right? A lot of burden. It's almost like there's a lot that he was taking on, all right? You can see This young man here carrying all the wands, all right? Almost to the end, right? 10 is the end, all right? It's kind of like the culmination of something. How funny this is coming around the full moon in Capricorn. Secondly, this is a card where, you know, it came up in his past. So when we say 10 is the end, it's kind of like the culmination of, you know, one end of your journey. He put a lot of hard work into something, and now he's going to start seeing it come to fruition. But here's the issue, is that he did pull the 9 of Wands in the heart of his spread, okay? So this is really interesting because we're going backwards here, right? Because we, in his past, got the 10 of Wands, 9 of Wands in the heart of his spread. Now, here's the one thing that I have to say. 9 of Wands really is a card of resilience, all right? It really is. As you can see the young man here, he head wound a little bit, right? He's gone through a lot. Speaking of burden, as we see in the 10 of Wands, I mean, this really is stress, burnout, really, really just at that point in your life where you're like, when is this all going to be over? So there must have been something that Jeff was working on recently that was really just, maybe he just was working like 30 hours a day, right? I know that's incredibly impossible, but this is Jeff Bezos, right? All right, so here's the thing. You can see him a little paranoid, but again, listen, this is all about resilience. This is almost like the message is, don't give up. You're so close to the end. But again, the end has already happened. So I think that there's a lot of different things here. Now, if you think about the wands are all about enterprise, right? Career. It's even like ideas. So there could be a lot of different things that he's been working on. Some that may come to fruition soon. Some that may not, okay? Some that's just stuck in his head. Because here's the thing. He also pulled the Page of Swords, but in his challenge area. This is really interesting because Page of Swords is someone who's eager, someone who's enthusiastic, all right? Someone who is very new. Remember, think of Page as the newbie, not yet a knight, king, or queen. Newbie, right? With the sword, the mental suit, intellect. Now, when it comes up in your challenge area, there's some sort of blockage, all right? Your enthusiasm isn't there, or there's something that's really just kind of in your way, all right? Mentally, though, all right? So there's I mean, he did pull the 2 of Wands. We're going to get to this later, but this is really interesting because there's stuff happening in his life right now where there's pullbacks, okay? There's stuff that's happening in his life, mostly career here, okay? Mostly career related, where there's just something that's just not clicking. There's this huge disconnect. And one of the reasons I say that is because he did pull the 3 of Wands. How funny is this? Okay, first of all, 10 of Wands in the past, 9 of Wands, kind of what's going on right now. We see that it's kind of going backwards. His future, 2 of Wands, what's deep down inside 3 of Wands. You see the sequence here, all right? But this is what's going through his head. He has the 7 of Swords, okay? So there's a little bit of lying, cheating, stealing going on, all right? There's a little bit of, you can see this man sneaking away with 5 swords, 2 swords in the ground, right? You can see 2 swords on his right shoulder, 3 swords on his left, okay? This is truth right here, the 2 of Swords. Think about the 2 of Swords card. Not being able to face the truth, okay? Not being able to, not wanting to make a decision about something or not being able to see something clearly. 3 of Swords, heartache, okay? Now, what do we see here? It's really bright. It's really yellow. That's a lot of sunlight exposing this thief, this little mischievous person. Someone's going to get caught, but like at the same time, this is in his crown. So this could be on his mind. He feels like someone's stealing from him or doing something underhanded. It could explain this position right now. All this hard work and effort moving forward, but then kind of retrograding a little bit and then pausing, right? So the 7 of Swords, he's between those 2 swords. There's a lot of truth that he wants exposed, okay? Mischievous person, right? Even in broad daylight, getting away with it, okay? So it could also be him. It could also be Jeff himself trying to get away with something. Yeah, listen, clarified, he got the Judgment card. This is a awakening at the, at the end of the day. This is a spiritual awakening. You can see Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet here. If you see my readings, you know how important this card is and how it's one of my favorite cards. It is the only card in the tarot deck that really has a connotation to sound. Now, Archangel blowing the trumpet. You see the dead arising, okay? Wisdom, all right? This is almost like an aha moment of clarity, all right? This is you going through life, not seeing things or just on autopilot. You hear the blow of the trumpet. Obviously, don't take that literally. It's all, figuratively. But how important is that? Sound, okay? Think about sound. Think about sound going back through humankind, all right? You can think of Gregorian chanting to Native American drum beats. Whatever it is, sound has been healing. It helps this awakening within us. Spiritual awakening, okay? So, oh my goodness, whatever is happening here, it's almost like alarm bells going off for Jeff. Now here, let's get to the bottom of it. Whatever is happening here, he's not very happy. Okay, we're going to put it that way, all right? Because deep down inside, in the root of his spread, he got the Three of Wands, all right? Now, the Three of Wands is someone who has finished planning, has finished, doing his checklist, checking everything off the list, and he's ready to go. He sees what's out there, okay? He sees, listen, he's ready. He's so ready. And that's what the Three of Wands is. You can see all those little ships in the, in the foreground. You can see the promised land out there. This is a card where you have made all these plans. You're ready to get going. You're ready to hit the road. You're ready to move forward. But then again, we have this retrograde. I don't even know if that's the right word, but we're moving backwards. It's the most interesting thing. It's the most interesting spread. Two of Wands comes before the Three of Wands. So he's ready to go, but in his future, he's not. Okay? Something's going to hold him back. Because you can see the Two Wands here, even though he does have the globe in his hand, even though you can see him at a really high point in this castle. He has this great view, okay? Even a great vision. He has 1 foot in the castle, 1 foot out. You see one wand in, one wand out, okay? Little bit of ambivalence here, little bit of hesitation, okay? Still in that planning process, but not yet ready to go, even though deep down inside, that's all Jeff wants to do, all right? So there's something maybe that he's launching, maybe something that's work-related that he wants to introduce to the public, or maybe he wants to make some sort of announcement, but there's something holding him back, and he's definitely not happy with it, especially because he pulled, again, the Seven of Swords in his crown. So, again, little lying, cheating, stealing happening, going on behind its back. The person's going to be caught for sure. This definitely going to be caught. And again, it could be him. And if it is him that's trying to sneak away with something, trying to just avoid some sort of truth, something that needs to be reasoned with, it's going to lead to this spiritual awakening, all right? Now, let's move on to his staff. Gosh, this is such an interesting read. I've never had anything like this before. Wow. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, as you can see, I look at all the cards in his staff. They're all major arcana. Okay. They're all major arcanas. How he approaches this situation that's happening is going to be extremely significant. It's going to be very, very, it's going to be huge, okay? Now, let's just go ahead and get started. He pulled, oh gosh, and now I'm just noticing, wow, okay. So, he pulled the Strength. If there's anything, you can see that she has the symbol of infinity over her head. Listen, that is divine protection. That is really infinite possibilities, infinite potentials, but it's another way of saying the universe is protecting her and the lion. But here's the thing, okay? If I had any advice for Jeff right now, is to find that strength, okay? moving forward, find that strength, okay? Now, it's really that spiritual strength is what I'm talking about. We're not talking about get in a fight with a lion. We're not talking about like get in a boxing match. You need to find that strength, okay, within yourself, within your intuition, within everything that makes you who you are. You can see that she's taming the lion, but again, this is not an aggressive card. If you were to see a woman taming a lion in any other scenario, there would be a lot of blood. There would be a lot of like chaos. This is kind of perfect, all right? So, what does that mean? It means the strength is coming from their interaction, from their synergy, all right? So, the lion, whatever his spirit animal is, whatever Jeff's spirit animal is, he needs to tap into that energy to find that strength, all right? Whether it's God, whether it's the universe, whether it's his family, whatever it is, he needs to find that strength, okay? Now listen, here's the good news, is he did get the chariot, okay? So, now, again, this is just interesting because we are moving backwards again because strength is 8, chariot is 7, but at the end of the day, he is going to move forward, okay? And when I say move forward, this is from obstacles, this is from this. That's how he has to really approach this, actually, is thinking of it as, I need to just get out of this, quicksand and move forward. Because, look, you can see the chariot here. This is all about moving forward from obstacles, okay? This is all about moving forward to find that strength. Now, listen, the strength is just something. Think of the strength as like a passenger you pick up on your journey, okay? But look, you can see he's so determined, so excited to get going. He's not even sitting down. Secondly, he's not even holding on to the reins. He's holding on to the magician's baton that started with the first card in the major arcana, all right? This is toward his destiny, toward his fate, right? Toward the things that he wants to manifest. You can also see the two sphinxes of knowledge here going opposite directions, okay? Doesn't matter. You're in the driver's seat. Whatever path they go, you're good. Now, what I'm going to mention here is that came up in his external factors area, so something is going to come push him along, okay? Move him forward, whether it's his family, his lawyers, his Amazon team. I don't even know, but oh my gosh. This is the most exciting reading that I've done in a really long time. He pulled the tower, okay? Jeff Bezos pulled the tower in his external factors area. So, he is going to, okay, listen. He is going to move forward. During this full moon process, in his sign, in his 10th house of career, with his being Aries rising, he is going to have a tower moment. Now, if you don't know tarot, tower is the one. People dread this card. I don't think it's bad. I actually love seeing the tower card, okay? And I'll tell you why. 2 reasons. First, why people are so afraid of this card. The tower card is that chaotic, destructive moment that happens in your life that is so unexpected. It comes out of nowhere, right? And it just everything seems to fall apart. We're talking big things here, okay? This is like loss of a job, okay? Maybe a divorce. All right, we're talking big life-changing moments. All right, he pulled this in external factors area, clarifying the chariot. Okay, so this is something that's going toward his, destiny and the things that he wants to manifest. He is going to have a tower moment. Now, the reason why people are afraid of this card is because A, people don't like surprises. People don't like the unexpected. B, people don't like change. All right, it's just a fact. Especially when they come out of nowhere. Now listen, Jeff Bezos is going to have a tower moment, all right? So you can see the 2 people falling from the tower. They have absolutely no idea where they're going, okay? Exactly what it is. This is one of maybe 3 cards out of the entire deck where it's a black background, darkness, all right? Listen, here's the thing though. You can see that bolt of lightning. That is, lightning lasts what? Half a second? So there is hope. There is that flash of light. Flash, it's a flash of light. You really have to see it, but at the same time, it's there for a reason. And the reason I say that is because while people are afraid of the tower card, I have to let you know something. The tower moment doesn't happen to you. It happens for you, okay? Everyone needs to go through a tower moment because we can't just sit complacently in life. We can't just expect life to be great because life isn't, okay? Life is great if you make it great, but there are going to be points in everyone's life where we have challenges, okay? Where we have unexpected dilemmas, where we do have problems, where we do go through emotional pain. That's what life is. How do we learn? How do we grow without those moments? This tower moment is going to happen for Jeff Bezos. So I don't know if it's something we'll hear in the news or if it's something where his PR team will be really good covering it up, but there is something that is major that should happen soon. Remember, for Jeff Bezos, not to him. Okay. He also pulled the devil card. Listen, this came up in a part of his spread where it's not something that, and I get, my body reacts to certain cards and certain placements. This is, in a place where we'll call it like the hopes and fears, right? It kind of like it works both ways, all right? Jeff has this big hope that the past doesn't come to haunt him in some way, but also he has this fear of turning back to old habits, if that makes any sense. Now, the devil means a lot of things here, all right? I'm not going to lie, but the message that comes through from my guides is that it really is a bad behavior. It really is a bad pattern that he doesn't want to fall back into, okay? And that's where we're going to leave it, okay? You can see he really needs to trust himself. He really needs to trust his gut. He really needs to tap into his intuition, all right? There's a lot of different things happening here, but at the end of the day, you can see the devil. Some say that he's standing in a position where he's mocking the Hierophant. We don't like that, all right? Hierophant's all about wisdom, passing knowledge. Hierophant is the high priest, the pope, right? And so we don't like that, all right? And so this is just saying that whatever vices you have, whatever addictions you have, whatever bad habits or attitudes or mentalities you have, the devil's mocking you for having it. Now, other thing that you can see here, you can see the two people chained to the devil, okay? Who do those two people look like? Exactly, right? They look like the two lovers from the Lovers card, okay? And so here's the thing. At the end of the day, you can break free from those chains, okay? You can break free from the darkness. You can find the light, all right? It's easier said than done, right? But because this is a hope, I think that he has, well, let's just see. I mean, Jeff does, yeah, okay. He has a big support system around him, but, it's something that he's so driven by, and I'm only saying this based on his birth chart, he's so driven by money and career that that's what he's got to keep his eyes on, okay? Not to fall into this habit of all this craziness going on in the heart of his spread, all right? Because the Ace of Wands this is all about new opportunity coming out of nowhere, okay? Kind of like that tower moment, but this is the hand of God, all right? Offering the wand, all right? You see the leaves sprouting here. This is new beginnings, all right? Listen, ending with the Empress. So out of all of this, out of all of these ups and downs and weird going back and forth and taking steps back, it's like step back, step forward, step back, step forward. It's like a dance. Out of all of that, finally he gets to the Empress, okay? This is the final outcome card. This is it. This is the final potential. So, the Empress. We love the Empress. It's all about the finer things in life. It's all about you can see her completely covered in the symbol of Venus everywhere on this card, okay? Venus is love and money. And all those things that we desire, okay? Beauty. It's just everything. It's such a feel-good planet, right? But secondly, birth to new things, okay? Even, she's pregnant. Not that, whatever. He could have another kid. And, well, let's clarify that. But listen, that really is like birth. When I say birth, you don't have to take it in terms of like a baby thing. Birth to new things, new ideas, giving life to something new, all right? Even projects. But there's a lot of abundance there. At the end of the day, it really is what it is. huge connection to Earth around us. But yeah, okay. Something with family too, okay? You see the Ten of Pentacles, all right? So the Ten of Pentacles clarified. So again, out of all that craziness, this is the final outcome, all right? Ten of Pentacles, again, 10 is the end, culmination. He's really made it to the end of a cycle. You can see that the pentacles are arranged in the tree of life, okay? You can also see, you see the old man here, all right? And you see the young people here, but then you see the child in the corner with the dogs. So it really is 3 generations, all right, at play. So there's a lot of legacy involved in this, okay? But a lot of family involved here too. But also success, abundance, prosperity. In the end, he's going to go through some major moo mama moomas, but eventually he's going to get that abundance. All right? Eventually he's going to get that abundance and things are going to work out. Wow, this was an exciting reading. That was the reading for Jeff Bezos. All right, so that is Jeff Bezos's tarot reading. If you have any requests for any celebrity, drop them in the comments. I also do readings for every sign, for every week and every month. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Thanks.